Hey, it turns out we have not missed this seasonal classic after all from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, and we're so grateful you're here.
Yes.
We wouldn't be the Barbershop Duet without you. So, y'all, at the beginning of our journey, we bought a bottle of Clubman by Pinaud.
Yes.
And it was weird. There was a rancid oil smell on the outside of the container.
Something went wrong.
There's just something pokey about the scent notes and a little bit off once the rancid smell wore off the outside of the container. And so we're not entirely sure what was going on until we opened the Club Guy soap. And I went, oh,
that's what they were
this is what it's supposed to smell like. And we immediately, when we stopped filming the episode, ran and bought this to complete our collection. And y'all, it's gorgeous. So my first question for Douglas and Fran is this through the filters of PAA that this just got so much better?
Right.
Or is this more the original formula like it's supposed to smell
right.
like?
Or should we rebuy Clubman again and give that one a better chance? Maybe it was just the one we got.
But just there's a bergamot jumping out at me in this. The powder, the spearmint is jumping out at me. This is incredible, y'all. This was the first time in the history of our Phoenix aftershaves that I put one in one of the little decanters.
Immediately.
And I just kept hitting on it for a couple hours. Y'all, just unbelievable stuff. So another piece of evidence that when Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements redoes a classic aftershave, it's usually done better and with better ingredients because I am not a fan of Clubman, but I've worn this twice in the last 3 days. So, y'all, beautiful work on this. So, what's our soap today?
So, we were perusing over on the Facebook fan page, and we happened to see a little teaser go by about this soap.
Yeah, it was like 10:30 at night, so we went over to the website, and we saw it drop on the website, and we hit purchase. And why? Because this one is spoken of with such reverence in the hollowed halls.
We really didn't think it would be coming out again.
Right. And
it did.
Old Spices, y'all, let's have a grown-up conversation, is one of my favorite soaps in the whole hobby.
The shampoo puck is in our shower right
now. And it is a combination of the original Shulton formula Old Spice homage and some menthol, just to give you that bracing cold ocean feel, right? So this is also that homage to a Shulton Old Spice formula with oud. Now, if you're new to the hobby like we are, auger wood or aqualaria wood is a very special type of wood that's grown in Southeast Asia. It can get infected with a parasitic infection, and when it does, the wood itself, the tree, has an immune response. Well, that immune response happens to be one of the most amazing and mysterious and beguiling scents in all the scent world, perfumery as well.
Right, but we didn't find it until all of the shave soap world, and we were like, what?
We had no idea what oud was,
right?
So as soon as I heard that they were mixing the original Old Spice Shulton formula homage with some oud,
it just seems like, why wouldn't you have thought of that sooner? Like they would just fit together so well.
And then going over to the fan page and seeing 30 or 40 guys just pass right out that this was coming out. One guy who coined a phrase for me, he said he was getting the full Monty, which is the soap, the splash, the EDP, the deodorant, the bath soap, like the everything.
Wow.
So I am so excited because I love cold spices. Maybe even more than I love the original
You're
Old
a
Spice.
giant fan of oud. Now that we've been down that rabbit hole, we didn't realize, but we are
a giant fan of oud. And I have come to know that I can trust the brethren on the PAA site when they say, hey, y'all, don't sleep on this one. Don't sleep on that one.
So we didn't. We had to click.
Yeah, we literally didn't go to bed because it was 10:30 at night when we hit purchase. So hollow label, I'm thinking, here we come. Let's meet the soap. All right, so this is from the sales page at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Oud Spice is a much sought-after, discontinued Phoenix shaving classic, a long-lost Phoenix gem that now only ever makes a rare appearance.
What happens when two time-honored ships collide at port? What wrinkle in what shave universe would be caused by such a collision? Who would dare attempt such madness? Who would dare cross such a line? The ever-reckless Smythe, that's who!
Yeah, that's who. Oud Spice is a new spin on an old classic, the original Shulton formula Old Spice, and one of the most manly yet mystical traditional fragrances out of South Asia, oud, auger wood. I gotta say, when these notes are combined, it's truly something magical and masculine. The addition of oud seems to be the perfect finishing touch. Dare I say, a note that completes the Old Spice boldness we all love.
Wow.
Have a safe and happy holiday, folks. Yes, for those of you keeping track, this usually comes out in Black Friday weekend, I was told. But thank goodness it came out now, because all of December I was telling her, I hope Oud Spice comes out. I hope Oud Spice. Because I've just fallen in love with what Oud does to different fragrances. And I can completely, what he said here, imagine it being the missing ingredient in Old Spice.
And this might be one of our first Phoenix ones that really has oud as like a prominent listed note.
You're right. I think it is, because not too many shave soaps even bring in oud, especially not prominently.
Right,
like sometimes we'll see it in the background and we'll be like, oh, right.
Right, but it's not like everyone carries something with oud.
In the title, I'm excited. I want to see my hollow label. Let's unbox it. In my bars from Phoenix, we got 2 sets, so you can kind of. Oh!
What is that?
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't mean to alarm you, but they threw in a sticker. We got a sticker for a cabinet. I love it.
Astroplanet.
Well, it's not a hollow label. Maybe they didn't do them.
Maybe. I don't know if that's...
Because we were on that.
Before the emails came out, we'd already pushed send, so...
That's okay. Sometimes I like the regular label.
But it is cool. That's the same original logo, I think, that had the mask on.
So you did not see First Night on Planet Earth. That's also in that box. Let me make sure I got the right
aftershave,
there was because this might be the other one. Let's see. This is it.
We're good.
This is it! Oh, I'm so excited.
Does that one have a mask on it?
Paper.
It has a rhino.
It
too.
does.
I'm curious what the rhino is.
Oh,
Nene, look at that.
Oh, Oud Spice. I have been dreaming about this since I first smelled my first Oud soap. All right, let's have our first impression.
I feel like you have to go first. There's just too much excitement.
Okay, so I know what I hope this smells like. And it may be the first time that I'm right. Because now I'm given 2 things that I've smelled before. I know what the Cold Spices smells like. Right. And I know what Oud smells like. So I kind of have a good idea in my mind of what I'm hoping this is.
But how they're going to blend together, I am curious.
That's true. And the splash, too. Things are always a tiny bit different in the splash.
Right? Well, we have them both. So
here we go.
No more
Oud Spice. Take me away. Ready? Ooh.
Is it oudy?
Oh.
Is it spicy?
It's not what I was expecting.
Marcus is
wrong.
Of
course, again, Marcus was wrong. Marcus was wrong.
But that's good to be surprised, right?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's probably better than I was expecting.
Okay. I have no idea now. Is it like heavier, herbier?
First, I'm a little surprised at how beautiful the Old Spice is because I'm used to the Cold Spices.
Without the menthol.
Without the menthol, it's beautiful. And then that oud. Oh, it is just there to charm things up. Okay.
But does it fit like the classic aftershave month vibe?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it does. If you are an Old Spice fan, this will go right up your alley. Okay, I'm going to open the splash.
Oh, it's a little lighter than I was expecting.
It is, right.
I don't know why I think oud, and I just immediately think it's like a darker,
that it would be heavier. Yeah, right.
You're right, though. I get more of the actual spice side from Old Spice.
Right.
And the oud blends in oddly well. Like, you almost can't even pick it out.
Right. Okay, here we go. Ready? To burn the Old Spice aftershave. I'm going to put a lot on.
Yeah. It got on the piano, but that's okay. Your piano must smell wonderful.
Oh, and I shaved tonight. I haven't done aftershave yet. Oh, yeah.
Feel the love.
Whoa.
Things changing?
Wow.
I say that as a yes. Ooh, okay, maybe I should put some on too.
Oud. Right? Yeah, you for sure have to put some of this on. Okay, hold on. And you know what's interesting?
That's good.
A lot of the aftershaves I'm noticing have a one smell out of the bottle, and then when they dry, it can go completely different. Completely different. So yeah, put this on. Oh, wow. Wow.
Okay, I think I'm getting more of the oud
here. Yes. I
Like
might even be getting more
side.
oud than spice.
Yes.
Right? And it's beautiful and woody, but that's the first thing I get.
But they're if I didn't know that they were 2 separate things combined, they fit so well together, I would think that that's just the overall scent.
And so, yes, I'm going back to his hypothesis. This is what was missing from Old Spice. Do you smell it?
Well, they probably didn't have this back then. It's such a complex way to get that scent.
Right.
You know?
And I love this because now what meets me at the door is the oud. I'm getting that woody sense as the first thing I get. I think that's what surprised me. I was expecting to get like da, 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 right off the top, and then some oud like as a supporting character. Get that out of your head.
Right.
This and it's not like. What's a nice way to say this? It's not a musty oud.
No.
Does that make sense? Because sometimes oud can just have a little bit of a musty to it.
Yeah, and smell here, it's almost powdery. Like I'm getting more of like a powder side. But does that make sense? Like I do get that aftershave vibe, but more of the powdery.
Wow.
I'm getting like golden colors, and I really thought it was going to be a deeper, darker burgundy, like imagination-wise.
Tiny bit boozy before I get to the old spiciness. Ooh, this is lovely.
I'm so curious what's going to happen in a lather because what we're getting here, you know, like after the dry down, I'm curious. I mean, just off the puck.
Right.
If we attempt to see what wakes up here.
Yeah, you know, let's make a lather. Okay, here we go.
Okay, work the magic here.
And I get a little wood alongside the oud. And you know what? Old Spice does have a little bit of a mysterious hit to it from the beginning. There's a reason it's been around that long. And interestingly enough, in 1934, Old Spice started out as a perfume.
Oh, I forgot that.
And Aqua Velva was a mouthwash. I mean, things were crazy back then, y'all. Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
In the middle of spring.
Oh, yeah, I took it away from you. Sorry.
Things are waking up over here.
Wow. They even combine to give a tiny bit of a cashmere leather hit.
I would agree,
Like, there's just beautiful things happening in here. This is the first time that I've kind of had a scent that kind of works like a kaleidoscope. You know how a kaleidoscope, you turn it with the light and it just makes all kinds of crazy, beautiful patterns and colors, all within a theme, all within based on what those beads or pieces of plastic, whatever it is in the end of the kaleidoscope are. But it's just this beautiful whirlwind of these scents. And sometimes they blend and sometimes they change and sometimes they come together and sometimes they come apart.
Like the layers all change.
This is like the kaleidoscope of scents, y'all.
Okay, give this a whiff here because I think I'm getting a lot more of that woodsy kind of side. It still stayed a lighter scent, I have to say. But I think that's nice compared to some of the other soaps. You know, this is in that lane of a classic aftershave. It's not meant to be a giant, overwhelming scent. Just throw it on aftershave, you know?
And a lot of times I would get the suspicion that oud was adding something sweet to my soap. Not here. Nope. The sweet in this is coming from the Old Spice, and the oud doesn't add anymore. So I thought there'd be sort of a syrupy sweetness to this, and there's not. It stays super like natural and beautiful in that sense.
There is some that kind of like raw from the earth vibe. Like it doesn't seem like it's been mixed with chemicals in a bottle to make this scent.
Right.
You know, it really does feel like it came from the earth or something.
Absolutely. And you know what? If you have not ever read a list of the Old Spice scent notes, it really is charming. And when you read them, you're like, oh, yeah, I totally get it. So, let's have a look at the scent notes. So we are pretty sure these are the same scent notes in Cold Spices, except instead of menthol, oud has been added, but there may be one or two.
Yeah, let's
other
see
things
what's in here. That's a
different.
pretty long list.
Yeah,
okay, top notes. We have orange, cardamom, black pepper, aldehydes. Oh, sage. And clary sage. Okay.
Got it.
And then middle notes, carnation.
And that's one of the notes that gives Old Spice its charm, I think.
It does. I would agree. Right? And I would forget that that's even in there, but it makes it fit so well. A
little bit of the cinnamon that's coming up. Okay, geranium.
Yes.
Heliotrope. Right?
Oh.
Pimento berry. I remember that being in the other one as well.
I forgot that, actually. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Augerwood. These are the base notes. Augerwood. I've also heard it oud called aqualaria wood, but I'm not sure if it's the same.
Interesting.
Ambergris. Yep. Look that up if you want an interesting time on Google. Yeah. Frankincense. Vanilla. Cedarwood.
Oh, there is some musk in here.
A little bit of musk. Okay. Rose, which I also think is sort of a hidden important ingredient in Old Spice.
I would agree.
Benzoin and tonka. Wow. Man, there's a lot going on in Old Spice. Well, of course there is. Think of Old Spice. Like, it's one of those things that just hits you as its own character, right? You don't really think about what makes it up. It's Old Spice, right? It's like
but again,
baby powder.
You know, even reading through that and how many things are included in that list, it's blended together so well, it's almost hard to even pull half of those out.
Right.
Like, it's just completely its own new scent, if that makes sense.
So I'm feeling oud connect to the Old Spice, but what in here is connecting back to the oud? Because I'm thinking the flowers beautifully are connecting to the oud, the cinnamon a little bit.
And it's different because I don't get a sweet scent.
Right, that's what I was meaning before.
I'm getting more of that
sweet's
drier
not coming from
spice.
the oud, right? It's coming from the Old Spice part.
Yeah, and even the some florals that are in here, it's almost like it's a dried floral. It's
Right.
not
Right.
straight off the plant.
Yep.
In order for them to blend so well. I
Right.
get more
So
of
I
that
think we were
vibe.
both expecting this to be even sweeter than Cold Spices, and it's not. It's drier than Cold Spices, and
A little more
love
like
that.
savory.
Yeah.
If that's a word, like
Right.
just a complex scent. It
Right,
has a lot
because
of
it
layers.
doesn't go the mysterious sweet part of the oud. It goes more the heart, the wood part of the oud, and that's what I'm getting.
I do.
Whoa.
Overall, I get like a lot.
I lost my piece.
Overall, I still get more of that like powdery scent,
Right.
fresh woodsy, and then it splits off more into like the actual combo of the spices that are here.
Right. Whoo! And what a dance these spices are doing. I love this started out as a perfume. Would you find this maybe a little on the feminine side?
That's funny. I was just going to ask you, who do you think would wear this? Because
this
besides
is just,
you,
right.
but-
This is clearly just harkens back to my grandfather. Well,
Yes.
both of them really, but it makes me think of my mom's dad because this Old Spice was a permanent part of his daily ritual, and I never saw that man with a 5 o'clock shadow. You guys, he was the cleanest shaven guy, and I think the habit started in the army.
war,
right?
yeah.
But man, his medicine cabinet was the most boring place in the world. It had a glass, a toothbrush, one of those travel-sized toothpaste for some
funny.
reason. I'm like, dude, buy a normal-sized toothpaste for the love of God. It's okay, right? Nope. I think he was like, I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I'm going to buy the small one. Dude. Right? And then a bottle of Old Spice that had been there, and it was like, it was old. Like, you could tell this thing's probably in the 60s, right? Had been there. He used it every day. He must just use a tiny drop of it.
maybe
but
just a little.
it's really hard to not think of him when I smell this
I
because
think,
it's
yeah.
just, this was his signature scent, right?
So you still get a lot more of the Old Spice vibe in there.
Yes, but not as much as I thought. Like,
Okay.
I thought this would be like Old Spice with a hint of oud.
Right.
But no, for me, this is a very oud forward.
Yeah,
scent
it is,
with
and it's
some
not-
hints of Old Spice.
I was
right?
thinking it was going to be kind of on the back burner too, but no, it's very prominent. Even
Yeah.
though it's listed as part of the base notes,
Right.
somehow it pushes through. And
Right.
maybe that's why there's a rhino. It's like
Well,
pushing
maybe,
through.
yeah.
I don't know.
And as we mentioned, it doesn't have that little dankness that for me sometimes oud can have, right? Doesn't. It's a lighter and more mysterious.
and
in
it's
that
a
way.
little less. I know sometimes oud can have that vibe where people say it's kind of like the dirt, the earth kind of a vibe to it.
Right.
And I don't get that here. It's much lighter somehow.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's just how they're mixing it together.
Right.
But it's almost more of like a lighter top note than like an earthier, heavier undernote. If
Right,
that
for
makes sense.
sure. And we might have to sink these ships and go a little deeper because I'm having another thought.
Your life don't seem to bother why.
Yeah, for me, the version I had in my imagination was very beautiful, but it was super floral and it was super like strong.
Interesting.
And what I love about this is that this is something that you legit could wear all day, no matter what you did.
That's very true.
This is a lovely cologne. It's a perfect balance for a cologne. Nothing about this is novelty in any way. And I think the version that I had in my head would have been more of a novelty scent. I think
Yeah.
this is more of just a beautiful, braced dude scent, right? Little tiny
agree.
bit
Very
aquatic, but
masculine.
mostly just like a super clean masculine cologne to keep your workday fun. And just a quick little aside. I sit here and teach voice sometimes for hours and hours and hours and hours. I would be lying if I said it didn't make it a little more fun to do it with Immortal Peach on. Because I can put it on at whatever intensity I want. I
Right.
teach virtually, right?
No one's gonna have to
Nobody's
smell it.
gonna say, hi, good morning. Is that Old Spice? Right? Nobody's going
Right.
to do that. So I love
Spending
my
time.
PAA aftershaves because they are my favorites to put on when I'm teaching because their personalities are so deep and complex that it takes a while to get to know them. We kind of have a rule that on our first few walks after we discover a new aftershave, we wear it so that we kind of get to know it. We get to know it on each other.
Right.
At the very beginning, Douglas was giving us some advice and he said, make sure you have a segment at least where you've spent a little time with the scent
Right.
because as you get to know it, it will evolve a little. And boy,
And that's why we do the how it shaves a little bit later. We come back after we spent time with it, we've shaved with
Right.
it, we really let ourselves get
Right.
to know it. And I do feel like this has, it is an Old Spice genre,
Yes.
but there's something about the oud that adds this fun personality
Yeah,
to it.
and it's
Only certain
not-
people would enjoy it or actually
Yeah.
pull it off, I feel like.
right. And
It's
it's
a little
not
different.
the oud I was expecting. And it's not just this peanut butter and jelly that I was expecting. No, these notes are dancing, y'all. There's movement in this.
Right.
When I smell this, it's different each scent. Like it's going to take a while to get to know this. In fact, the how it shaves section will be a little interesting because when I shoot that, I will have spent a couple of more weeks with this, and I'll let you know a little bit more about it.
I feel like this is a scent that you could be wearing to work around the house, that you could be wearing to church, that you could wear out in a suit. Like it is a versatile
Or if you
scent.
need to be lulled to sleep by something super comforting, right? Nostalgic. Hello.
I think that's what you meant by you could wear it any time of day, but I feel like it's also anything that you're doing. It's not just the time of day. It's a very versatile scent. Like if you need a signature scent, this could easily be something that's like the modern day version of an Old Spice.
And you know what? Here's a surprise. Not only is this a phrase I don't think I've ever used on the show before, but you might be surprised that it's going to refer to this. Crowd pleaser. Y'all, I would have thought that Old Spice mixed with oud would be a little bit of an acquired taste. The way a really fine Chardonnay is a little bit of an acquired taste, right? No, this is a total crowd
I'd agree.
pleaser.
But it has a warm hug vibe to it.
Yes, exactly
You know,
that.
like I feel like it's that comforting,
No, just
like
something warm and
all-encompassing.
inviting and kind, and it doesn't feel like it needs to go any further than that.
And on like a scent intensity scale, I feel like it's kind of right down the middle.
Yeah, I was going to say, right in the middle.
It's not crazy potent, and it's not too light that you like can't get a whiff of it. It's right in the middle where it's there.
And you know what? I'm sure you'd agree with me. The oud and the Old Spice are beautifully balanced, with the oud stronger than I thought.
Right.
And yet neither one really jumps out as like the star of this.
I'd agree.
Which is really cool as well.
And that name honestly fits it perfectly. It describes exactly what we get from it.
Right. So all you have to do is be in a very obscure 1980s movie called The Gods Must Be Crazy, and then build a little campfire out on the outskirts of the village. And when those rhinoceros come barreling through to put out your fire, you pick up that Coke bottle and you start hacking away, and you've just got your own. So head over to their website at phoenixartisanaccoutrements.com, or even better, do it by way of the link in the description. It's an affiliate link, which lets them know that we sent you, and it gives us back a small percentage of the sale, which we'll probably spend on soap so we can make more episodes. It's at no cost to you, and we would be grateful. Beautiful, and after spending a couple of weeks with the scent, not what I was expecting, kind of at all, but delightfully what I really wanted. Let me explain. Up until then, the only experience I had with oud was sort of a musty, spooky sort of oud, and I have come to find out there are many different kinds. And this one, this one's perfect, because it's a cleaner oud. It's the kind that would click together with Old Spice, because Old Spice isn't musty, right? So it's not what I was expecting, but instead it gives it a lovely charm and character. And the lather, y'all, I was trying to think of something different I could say about the PAA lather that I haven't said before. And I think this is the reason that if somebody asks me, oh, that soap you did, is it vegan or tallow? I don't know. I don't even remember. It's not like the top 3 things I even remember about my shave with it, because it doesn't seem to make as much of a difference since we entered this world last July. So, Douglas and Fran, thank you so much. Can't wait for our next one.
Welcome to Messages!
So we had a fun idea. We're having such a great time with Classic Aftershave Month, we realized, Black Shroud is Dean Martin's aftershave, and that made for a really fun episode. Y'all, thanks to the internet, we now know what scents our favorite celebrities wear or used to wear.
Right.
So if you have a favorite celebrity that you want to know what they smelled like, and we'll find out if it's in a shaving soap, shoot us a message at We Sent You at thebarbershopduet.com. Let us know whose colognes you might like to smell. I think we've already got Sinatra's and John F. Kennedy's in the cart.
So let us know some other ones you're curious about, and we'll do some
Let us
investigating.
know who you'd like to know how they smelled. I don't know if I expected some of this to go a little bit dark.
I'd agree.
Sure didn't.
No,
Just
and
beautiful.
it really, really fits well. I don't know how Douglas knew that we were going to be doing Classic Aftershave Month.
Yeah,
but
hey,
thank you
thanks,
for sneaking
buddy.
that
This
in.
hit exactly at the right time.
Because it fits perfectly. I feel like it's that exact scope of finding something, from Old Spice, but also having a fun twist on it. But it's still got that timeless vibe. It's a classic for sure. And I feel like that's the whole point of this month. Like, classic aftershaves are meant to be, you shave, you put it on, there goes your day.
Right.
And it's just like your go-to scent. And
Yeah.
this is exactly what we were looking for.
And we also just got an email from Douglas and Fran to let us know that they were going to shoot us out their brand new release for Valentine's Day based on the classic aftershave curve. I mean, how perfect is that, right? So y'all, we are grateful for the synchronicity that's happening right
Yes.
now. And we are grateful for all of you for being here to be a part of our barbershop and watch our little show and be there in the lives to talk to us on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.